and majestic, the real immeasurable size of heaven. Close your eyes for a moment and imagine the world's greatest wonders. Stand on the shore of the Pacific Ocean and watch waves that have thundered for centuries crash endlessly against the land. Hike to the peak of the Himalayas, where snow-covered summits pierce the heavens and leave even the strongest climbers gasping for breath. Stare into the Grand Canyon, carved by time and storm, stretching wide and deep as though the earth itself was torn apart, or lie under the night sky, gazing upward at billions of stars, galaxies layered upon galaxies, light traveling millions of years to reach your eyes. Each of these sights leaves you trembling, speechless and undone, and yet each of them ends. Oceans meet shorelines, mountains peak, canyons close, horizons stop. Even galaxies, vast as they appear, are contained within invisible boundaries. Every wonder on earth has limits, but heaven does not. Heaven stretches beyond horizons, beyond numbers, beyond the very fabric of time. Its size is not measured in miles or light years because it is not bound by creation. It is boundless, like its creator. The Bible gives us only glimpses, not because heaven is small, but because its vastness is beyond the limits of human thought. Revelation 21 tells us the New Jerusalem alone is 1,500 miles long, wide, and high. A cube so enormous it rises beyond the atmosphere into realms unseen. But even that number is only a shadow, a whisper of its glory. For the true size of heaven is not measurable. It is eternal. It is infinite. It is as vast and majestic as the God who built it. Here is the shocking, tear-filled truth. This immeasurable. Heaven is not a myth, not poetry, not fantasy. It is a promise. Jesus himself declared in John 14:2, "In my Father's house are many mansions. I go to prepare a place for you." The boundless, breathtaking size of heaven exists for one reason, because God's love is immeasurable. His eternal dwelling had to be as endless as his mercy, as limitless as his grace, and as infinite as his heart. And one day, when you walk through the gates of pearl, when your feet touch streets of transparent gold, when your eyes lift to walls studded with jewels higher than mountains, your soul will break with awe. You will whisper through tears, "This is more than I ever dreamed. This is the home of my infinite God." Stand at the edge of the Pacific Ocean and watch wave after wave crash endlessly toward the shore. You feel so small, so fragile compared to its immensity, yet you know deep down that somewhere the ocean ends. Now look up on a clear night and see the billions of stars shining above, galaxies sparkling like diamonds. They seem infinite, but scientists will tell you that even they have edges. But heaven has no edge, no border, no shore. It is the one place in all of existence that is truly immeasurable, vast and majestic beyond anything the human mind can grasp. Revelation 21 provides a staggering glimpse. The New Jerusalem, God's eternal city, is described as being 1,500 miles long, 1,500 miles wide, and 1,500 miles high. Just let that number sink in. A city so massive that its height alone reaches into space, piercing beyond the orbit of satellites. And yet that is only one city within the vastness of heaven. Even these jaw-dropping measurements are only a faint echo of the reality of heaven's size, because numbers cannot contain the dwelling of an infinite God. If you were to set the New Jerusalem on earth, it would cover half the continental United States or all of Europe. Its footprint alone is larger than most continents. But unlike earthly cities, which are crowded, polluted, and fragile, Heaven's city is radiant, flawless, and eternal. Its walls blaze with gemstones, its gates shine like pearls, and its streets glow like transparent gold. Every detail testifies. This city is not small, not ordinary, but unimaginably vast, built for eternity. Now imagine walking across that city. On Earth, you can walk across towns in a day, cities in weeks, and countries in months. But in heaven, you could walk for centuries and never see its end. Its golden streets stretch farther than the eye can follow, winding through mansions prepared by Jesus himself. With every step, the horizon opens wider, revealing new wonders that never repeat, never diminish, never run out. Earth is defined by scarcity. We fight over land. We build walls to protect territory. We crowd into cities where space runs out, but heaven's size erases scarcity forever. It is big enough to hold billions of saints from every generation, multitudes of angels beyond counting, and choirs that thunder across eternity. And still, there is space left unfilled. Heaven is immeasurable because God designed it to never run out of room. The height of heaven alone leaves you trembling. Earth's tallest mountain, Mount Everest, rises just over 5 miles into the sky. Airplanes fly at 7 miles high. Satellites orbit at 200 miles above the Earth. But the New Jerusalem rises 1,500 miles straight upward. It climbs beyond clouds, beyond atmosphere, beyond imagination. Looking up in heaven, you will realize there is no ceiling to God's glory. Heaven's vastness is not empty. Every corner is alive with beauty, filled with glory, echoing with worship. The river of life flows like crystal, weaving endlessly through landscapes that never repeat. The choirs of angels fill limitless skies with thunderous harmony. The redeemed from every nation gather in uncountable multitudes. The size of heaven is not meaningless distance. It is a living, breathing, eternal kingdom. The immeasurable size of heaven reflects the immeasurable size of God. A small heaven would dishonor a God who spoke galaxies into existence. A temporary heaven would contradict a God who is eternal. Heaven is vast because God is vast. It is infinite because his love is infinite. Its scale mirrors his nature. Time on earth limits us. Seconds tick away, years fade, lifetimes end. But in heaven, time dissolves into eternity. Its immeasurable size is not just physical, it is temporal. Every moment stretches without end, and within that eternal expanse, joy and discovery never run out. John, in Revelation, struggled to describe what he saw. His words strain and collapse under the weight of heaven's reality. He gives us numbers, he gives us jewels, he gives us measurements. But even then, he admits they are only glimpses. Heaven's true size cannot be drawn, mapped, or contained. It must be experienced. Picture the sea of glass before God's throne. Oceans on earth rage with storms, but this sea is perfect stillness, stretching endlessly, reflecting God's glory like a mirror that has no end. The sight alone will undo you. For the first time in eternity, you will see infinite peace filling infinite space. The river of life flows from the throne of God, winding endlessly through the eternal city. Unlike rivers on earth, which eventually dry up or pour into oceans, this river has no ending, no exhaustion, no limit. It declares with every ripple that God's supply is endless, just like his heaven. Beside it grows the tree of life, bearing 12 kinds of fruit, not once a year, not once a season, but every month, forever. Its branches stretch far and wide, enough to feed nations for eternity. Its leaves heal without running out. Its very size testifies to the boundlessness of heaven's provision. Imagine the banquet tables of heaven. On earth, feasts end when food runs out. But in heaven, the tables stretch beyond sight. The plates are always full. The laughter never fades. Billions dine together without crowding, because eternity has room for all. Heaven's diversity matches its size. From Adam to the last believer saved before Christ returns, billions upon billions will fill its streets. Every culture, every language, every story, united in one vast chorus of praise. And still, heaven never feels crowded. Its immeasurable scale ensures intimacy with God and fellowship with others, all without limit. Earth's greatest cities crumble. Babylon fell, Rome collapsed, modern empires will fade too. But heaven's city, vast and majestic, is eternal. Its walls never crack, its foundations never weaken, its immeasurable size ensures it cannot be shaken. The choirs of heaven roar with worship. Billions of voices rise in harmony, and still the sound does not overwhelm. Instead, it expands, echoing through infinite corridors of eternity. Only an immeasurable heaven could contain immeasurable worship. The armies of angels stretch across eternity. Their ranks are countless, their might unmatched. Yet even in their number, heaven is not filled. Its size absorbs every being, every song, every act of worship. The light of heaven itself testifies to its vastness. There is no sun, no moon, no lamp. The glory of God fills everything. His brilliance stretches in every direction without fading. His presence illuminates the furthest reaches of eternity. On earth, every journey has an end. Highways stop, trails close, borders block us. But in heaven, every journey continues. Its immeasurable size means every step reveals more wonders. Every horizon opens into new beauty forever. Heaven's vastness erases fear. On earth, we fear exclusion, scarcity, and rejection. But in heaven, there is no lack. No one is turned away. Its infinite capacity ensures every redeemed soul has a place with room to spare. Heaven's joy is as infinite as its size. On earth, joy fades, laughter stops, and celebrations end. But in heaven, joy multiplies with every moment, filling eternity with a gladness that only grows larger. The walls of heaven are built with foundations of jewels, emeralds, sapphires, rubies, and more. Their immensity does not confine the city, but magnifies its majesty. They rise so high they pierce eternity itself. Even words fail to describe. We say vast, immense, colossal, but all of this collapse under the reality of heaven's size. It is immeasurable because its architect is immeasurable. Picture yourself in heaven, looking in every direction. North, south, east, west. There is no edge. Above, the throne towers higher than galaxies. Beneath, the foundation plunges deeper than thought. Every direction is infinite. Heaven dwarfs creation itself. Mountains look small, oceans shallow, galaxies fragile compared to its immensity. The universe feels like a whisper, heaven like the thunder that follows. Even eternity itself bows to heaven's scale. Time stretches forever, but heaven holds it all. Space cannot measure it. Imagination cannot picture it. Only worship can respond to it. Its vastness reflects its builder. No architect on earth could create such grandeur. No engineer could measure its dimensions. Only the infinite God could create aasha without borders, without ceilings, without end. Heaven's immeasurable size is not meant to intimidate, but to comfort. It reminds us that God's mercy cannot run out, His grace cannot expire, His love cannot be contained. The size of heaven preaches the gospel in architecture. The immensity of heaven is not just about space, it is about experience. Endless worship, endless peace, endless beauty, endless love. Every dimension expands because eternity will never exhaust its wonders. And yet, within this vastness, God sees you. You are not lost in the immensity. You are not swallowed up in the crowd. His infinite city magnifies His intimacy. Every child has a mansion. Every soul has His attention. So how vast and majestic is heaven? It is so vast that you cannot cross. It is so majestic it cannot be compared. So immeasurable it cannot be reduced to human thought. It is a city as infinite as the God who built it. The shocking truth is this: the God who stretched galaxies with His fingers made heaven immeasurable, not just for eternity's sake, but for yours. Its vastness is a love letter written in space and time, and as eternity dawns, You will fall on your knees in awe. With tears streaming down your face, your heart will whisper the only words left. Heaven is vast. Heaven is majestic. Heaven is immeasurable, because my God is immeasurable. And now in this endless kingdom, I am finally forever home. And now, as your journey through heaven's vastness draws to a close, your heart can barely contain it. You have walked on golden streets that stretch farther than thought, gazed upon walls blazing with jewels, stood by rivers flowing without, and tasted fruit from trees whose branches never stop bearing, and dined at banquetables that stretch into eternity. You have seen choirs of billions lifting praise like thunder, angels filling skies without boundary, and saints from every age gathered in worship. And still, you realize you have not even scratched the surface of its size. Then your eyes are lifted higher. The vastness of heaven draws your gaze to the throne itself. There, surrounded by emerald rainbows, encircled by lightning and thunder, sits the King. Jesus Christ, the Lamb who was slain, shines in glory beyond the sun. His scars gleam brighter than crowns. His presence fills more than space. It fills eternity itself. Suddenly, you understand. The size of heaven is not just about endless space. It is about endless love. Heaven is immeasurable, because God's love is immeasurable. The saints fall, crowns cast before him, angels roar in praise. The multitudes sing with voices like rushing waters, and in the midst of this eternal chorus, the King looks at you, yes you, and smiles. His voice, more powerful than galaxies, yet more tender than a whisper, says, "Welcome home." Your knees buckle, your tears fall, your soul bursts with joy that words cannot describe. In that moment, every fear, every sorrow, every limit of your earthly life fades away. The only truth left is this: heaven is vast, heaven is majestic, heaven is immeasurable, because my God is immeasurable. And now I am finally forever home. Jesus is knocking. Answer while there's still time. Right now, Jesus is knocking on your heart. Revelation 3:20. Before the storm comes, before it's too late, don't harden your heart. Say yes to him today and be marked for salvation, not judgment. Let heaven be your eternal home, not a missed opportunity. Pray this now. Jesus, I believe you are the Son of God. I believe you died and rose again. Forgive me, cleanse me, make me new. I surrender my life to you. Write my name in the book of life. I am yours forever. Amen. If you prayed that, comment, "Yes, I'm answering the call." Share this message. Visit ourlum.com and subscribe for more truth that prepares you for eternity.